firstly, and secondly, the nuke being picked up by Fate. I think they're going to need a good start here. Of course, it's on that T side, which is always deadly and dangerous. We'll see if they can put together some openings here on the pistol. Just trying to Lemmy straight down to vents, taking control of that B bomb site. As Envy, they have joined downstairs, but only with Mihu, who gets dinked back, can't really get too aggressive on the low HP. As the headshots now start to get nailed. Calyx is going to be the second player through, a substantial player with the pistols yesterday, and once again showing up with two. Now trying to hold away the flank, but Powers does have the first. This bomb should be defused in all the cover, and Moose able to ensure it with that headshot. It's 1-0 to Envy. Still alive apparently, but obviously nobody to cover on this against a fairly wholesome buy from Fate, investing everything that they had along with the bomb plant. Only one AK though. They're going to need these openings quite speedy. And the defense already posted. It's over towards ramp with the first. And Mihu has to backtrack. A bit of support from Nifty over on the side. A bunch of shots nailed. Forced forward by the Molotov, but it doesn't even matter. KMZ in a 1 versus 5 here. This has fallen apart so fast from Fate. The real objective there is to overwhelm those rifles over on ramp. Obviously, you've got Mihu holding with just the SMG. A complete shutdown. Lots of time leveled on the board, but they are going to go swiftly outside. But with no smokes, this cross becomes almost impossible. And with the AK-47s posted at extreme range, you've got to hit those 1Ds. It's just not happening initially. Moose tapping players in. Mihu fast on the flank. That's so dangerous. Powers maybe had an opportunity, but Mihu just cutting them to pieces. So much kill bonus there with the MP9, of course. He's going to be sat above 5,000. Of course, that's Krieg. These openings so important outside, and with the smokes placed in a way, there's a second one from Brian. Just allows him to go for the cross into secret. Moose might be close and not spotted out. He can jump right on top of red, and there goes the AWP as well. Just the triple AK-47 set up to try and do the damage. With Calyx instantly dropping, that does leave the B bomb site semi-exposed. It is Fate just holding these choke points and angles, and with Moose up close and personal, taken away from the sidelines, that does level up the playing field and also the numbers. As Envy maybe wanting to get aggressive, keep this map control. They've conceded a couple of deaths. Obviously, the B bomb site is the potential approach, especially with Ryan holding this advanced position. Means that Fate can't backtrack towards A without being spotted. And Mihu can just try and catch them on the cross. But with a lot of nades here, how much visual is he really going to get? He stood out in the open. Nicely finds the frag, and the nade doesn't connect, does get thrown over the top. And now Brian, through this smoke, is going to catch Mihu trying to peer and peek through. Easy follow-up shot. As Envy seem to still have a solid lock on both of these bomb sites. Ryan's yet to be spotted. Over on B, this bomb can now attempt to go down, but with Nifty holding it, he needs to now nail some shots, and there's a first. The bomb gets dropped. Powers probably can't salvage it, especially with the Molotov down on the floor. Ryan's in behind, and he might catch him after time. I don't think he did, but nevertheless, in those rifle rounds, and at least a couple of kills over with the pistols as well. Oh, nice 1D. Mihu caught slightly overextending. As soon as you stand up upon ramp box, it leaves you very vulnerable to these sideline angles. The damage is traded back. Envy's job just to concede as few deaths here against what can often be described as these very gnarly deagles. The pistols leave you always just one bullet away from death, especially the deags. Thankfully, mercifully, there's only 2 left against Envy's 4. So it's likely going to be 5-0 on the board. Feint trying to extend for this map control here. Maybe catching off an AWP. It's a nice flash, but Nifty chased away around the corner. Should be able to salvage both, and he does. Powers misses the shot. Way away from that. But nevertheless, instant Molotovs go down. I actually don't know who that was thrown by because Mihu has one in hand. Maybe just trying to prevent Envy from pushing. And that they like to get aggressive sometimes against the rifles. Especially Mihu, who you can only really describe as a bit of a joker in the pack. You never know what he's going to do. He's so unpredictable. We saw it yesterday. He was 24-0 over on Dust 2. And just pushing everybody at every single point of the map. You've got to be hyper aware of these side angles. And knowing that Mihu plays over by ramp, that means you've always got to be watching that angle. We've already seen him flank Feint once. That was outside. He was able to pick up 2 kills with the MP9. But don't count him out from doing it during some of these gun rounds as well. 2 quick kills. And now down towards the B bomb site. Vent control taken. Straight through with the AWP. KMZ. Nice entries outside. With only 40 seconds on the board. Calyx, he's going to rotate and wrap elsewhere. Moose obviously with a little bit of back control as well. But doesn't spot the AWP. Finally takes the shot. Spots out another head. But he's got a lot of targets to find. Powers drops. But now another dangerous, deadly 1v2. With CX from behind. Should be an easy kill, and it is. 5-1. Easy to place these Molotovs initially. KMZ just looking outside. The longer he stands in that Molotov, theoretically, the more of a chance he's going to find a shot at some point. But how much damage are you willing to gamble to actually find that entry? And it turns out the answer to that question is about 40. Makes a lot of sense, but puts him in 1 bullet range to these M4s via a headshot. CX in the same position. Seems like we've got a lot of excited people out there for especially Mihu here today. Obviously, he's been a great player thus far this tournament. You can't really count out these other Envy members, though. Nifty had a great day yesterday with that AWP. Didn't even decide to play it in the first map. It was more so Calyx on Dust 2 taking a lot of the openings. But today, of course, it's Nifty back in hand, knowing that there's a spot in the closed qualifiers up for grabs. And Mihu once again on ramp, about to take this aggressive angle. And it's easy shots found from both players. Ryan walks into the crosshairs. So needing to get off to a good start, really. Otherwise, we might be seeing a very one-sided scoreline to start things off. The push is onto the A bomb site, trying to overwhelm this defense. Ryan doing a handful of damage, but finally getting downed. Mihu here with that nade, just popping it through. Getting Powers out of position, but not finding any of these opening kills. The bomb finally going down and away. Envy playing up from heaven. That's a shot. Mihu converting with a pair. And that Molotov doesn't really do the trick. Does find Mihu, but Nifty was there to double down on the damage. Mihu even able to find place. The chances are Feint aren't going to have 2 or 3 players looking up towards heaven, which they usually would have. So Envy pushing straight in. Finding all of those advantages, and here comes the ult once again. Nifty up to 12 kills already, 12-2 right now. That's quite a scoreline. He's having such high impact early on this opening map. And let's see what Calyx can do. Only the first. There's some key information as Nifty gets forced away and off the angle. Heavy damage dealt. That Molotov will secure it. So if Feint want to go down to the B-bomb site, very possible, but instead just holding their angles, and Nifty finally getting taken away. CX not realizing that there's a second player behind. He's going to walk right into Ryan. As Feint are really no closer to that B bomb site 20 seconds on, and might have to go elsewhere. Heaven might be the approach, trying to take position onto A. And these pair of players now need some serious shots. Maybe the AWP can do it. Trying to get aggressive. Doesn't nail the second, but nice damage dealt. And over on the bomb site, Vec is playing a little unpredictable. Will Actually missed the flash, but nevertheless, Vec misses the shot. KMZ's position is all but gone, and that flash is perfect. Force him off the angle. Mihu already on the defuse. They're going to be fairly happy about this. So the kills instantly coming in. A couple of trades. That's what Feint needs. But maybe a little more where that came from needed before they can actually collapse into these bomb sites. And a nice opening from Vec might secure it. Line up with those initial Molotovs. Forces Mihu out and away. The double AWP setup not paying dividends in the 11th. There's now a 2v4. One that Envy might go for. Down into this A bomb site. A nice flash, but correctly converted. His nifty AWP does start to chomp into this bomb site. Doesn't spot out Brian. Will likely see that aforementioned eco coming in. And that's exactly when Feint can get up to these 4, 5, 6 rounds that they need. But right now, another gun round on the cards. An overall nuke, that is absolutely no guarantee. Especially when you've only lost... Well, you've lost 9 out of 11 of these rounds. Ryan from the top. It's an absolute slaughter on the A-bomb site. Feint, absolutely nothing to be done about that one. The speed was nice, but Envy were ready and waiting for it. Nothing's catching them off guard right now. Feint going for that delayed rush. 4 players die before you can even say their names. And KMZ will be the final man to fall. It's just a matter of time. Calyx not wanting to re-aggress onto the angle, being extremely low HP, but the nade might do the trick. KMZ dodges. Completely spotted out and through. That nade. Feint have lost this gamble so far. Every time they've gone for a buy, Envy have really crushed it, especially towards that A-bomb site. The right to control has been a little more flexible, but this is the first time that Moose has gone for this boost. And it pays dividends, instantly finding KMZ. And again, a stalemate. Envy ahead. They're finding a lot of these opening frags. At best, Feint are finding a trade. But if you're losing your AWP in the first 10, 20 seconds of each and every round, you're obviously not in very good stead to open up onto any of these bomb sites. Especially for out of control, you really need that AWP posting those kills. You saw it earlier. KMZ, one of the few rounds that Feint actually won, was off the back of his AWP, finding 2 of those openings. Envy walking into his scope both times. Once again, Envy coming out ahead on all of these duels. And Feint seem unaware of all of these angles. Envy doing a splendid job at just holding these T's back. And once more, it's going to be another A take. I don't think I've seen a split from mid. But with nobody in radio room, it's actually going to be difficult for the T's to go for that double split approach. With no attack from lobby, Squeaky, only outside. Means that with 20 seconds left, they've got to rely heavily on Heaven. And Ryan placing down those smokes away. They're going to have to take these duels, and CTs just pour into the bomb site from all sides. Here come the rifles for the final time. Brian, a Mac 10 in hand. Nothing too exciting from this T side yet. And just posting their default, waiting for any pushes. Envy haven't been massively aggressive, I might add, especially towards Squeaky. I don't think we've seen more than one push. Mihu, he did go for the flank in that second round, but that was when Feint didn't really even have rifles in their hands. So as of then, Envy have posted quite a passive defense with very little pushing, relying on these crossfires, relying on the fundamental core Counter-Strike, not going for anything too gimmicky. And once again with a minute on the board. CX looking for these openings. Ryan playing the other side of Squeaky Door. Might be prone to quick spray away. There it comes. Nice headshot nailed. That was through the door and then converts over the hole that's created. And now Calyx needs to respond. He does. Takes a lot of damage in the process. So this does slightly open up the A-bomb site. And with Moose stuck away in the corner, they can't really challenge low HP. So having to fall back over towards A. Where Envy once again are holding with the pair of players. And there are no HEs to deal with Calyx. The rifle does the job. But Nifty without the AWP can't prevent this bomb from going down. It's in the outer portion of this bomb site. And as both players about to pour through from heaven, there's only one Molotov. That's the aggressive piece of utility here. And the flashes will just clatter into this bomb site. It's trying to take control from behind. The free fire comes in, and there's the double spray down from Moose. Has to be very careful about this drop. Doesn't want an AWP. Let's see if Envy have what it takes to get over the finish line right here or now. It is this double ramp stack and not falling away, instead hitting the headshots. Feint with a new leash of life on the second side. There's Me Who Last Alive. He's in a massive spot of bother, getting sprayed away from the sidelines. Brian does run out of ammo in the meantime, but KMZ is able to pick up those here for the third. They didn't get a bomb plant in the previous two, but it doesn't even matter with that elevated loss bonus as of losing the pistol. They can now get a fairly decent buy without the utility over in round number 3. But remember, that's not how they've been winning the majority of their rounds. It's been this firepower. Once again, Ryan just taps KMZ out of the server. Good night. That's out of control taken. And without the smokes placed, they just absolutely dominate Feint in these really core angles on Nuke. Pincered, forced to turtle down on this A bomb site, the defense. And only with MP9s on a trio of players, it has to be Vec to stand up. He does find the first, but there's a lot more work to be done, and he instantly gets blown away by Moose. Just the 3 MP9s remain. This setup is so painful to watch right now. They put together a pistol, but that might be all she wrote. Is Envy, they're about to put Feint into a very deep hole. They won't have a lot of money going into the next if they lose it. And an AK retrieved might be the saving grace. Nifty says no, and Powers over on the B bomb site is a million miles away from this plant. There's no AK to be retrieved anywhere near. So the go-to fallback option might be saving the MP9, but Nifty's got the angle. Actually falls off it at the wrong time. But right back here. Powers, if he stays slow outside. Whoa! And a UMP against Envy. This is probably one of the more scary setups that you can see. And that's exactly why. Krieg does heavy damage through that smoke connecting. 3 or 4 bullets needed to take players away. And KMZ finally pitching in with a kill of his own. Org retrieved. But this does thin the Feint defense. That Molotov, nobody's going to get forced out. Nobody playing in that back corner. It's a bit of a danger spot, especially with Squeaky Door blasted open like this. You never want to be sat in that back corner. One Molotov can count you away. You either have to expend a smoke to drop it at your feet or take the straight firefight. If there's an AWP holding, you're probably instantly going to be dead. KMZ, once again holding ramp, getting very little info, but taking another scalp. That's Ryan dropping, not accounting for the flank. As here come the kills, and here come Envy. They might be about to get on to map point here on Nuke. And a great headshot from Moose might just secure it. Powers, another 1v3 situation. And another one tap. If the pistols can't stand up here. Envy, they have looked very dominant from the start. That's the kind of double-edged sword of Nuke. That, yeah, you could be very good at this map. However, a lot of the time you have to start on that T side. You start from behind. You maybe don't get off to the best of starts. Envy really just around so many rounds in. And Ryan once again opening it up with another stunning shot. 4 versus 5 and Feint down to their last lifelines on Nuke. They might be going to the second map here. And that does seem to be the case. CX is going to put another kill on the board. As Envy outside will be gathering around this A-bomb site, but lots of damage dealt. There goes the scout away. Calyx able to trade, and Powers, another 1 versus 3. That's 3 1v3s in a row. Hasn't won any thus far, and the Deagle, it